All hail the Clicks crew. All right, guys, today we're counting down the 10 best, at least in my opinion, modern age rare Heroclix figures. So make sure in the comments below, give me your favorite rare figure from modern age. I always enjoy reading that stuff. Before we get into this video, though, now's a good time to let you know that Mr. Clicks Flicks is sponsored by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning roll for our gaming needs. You visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicks Flicks is also sponsored by trollandtoad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Visit trollandtoad.com and use the promo code Mr. Clicks Flicks for 5% off your Heroclix order today. Alright guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into this list. Adolf Impossible is number 037 from the Future Foundation Heroclix set. He has the Fantastic Four and Cosmic keywords. He has one special on his damage, and it is My Dad Thinks I'm Entirely Too Possible power. If there is no d6 on this card, roll a d6 and place it on this card. When a character within range and line of fire rolls an attack roll, you may remove the d6 from this card and replace a die in the roll with it. This is just phenomenal. Die replacement's always great. He's also a sidekick, so you can really utilize that sidekick mechanic with him. He's only 25 points, has the Fantastic Four team ability, 6 range, single target. Doesn't have anything on his movement, but he is a flyer, albeit a tiny one. But he does have Pulse Wave his entire dial, and having that 1 damage really doesn't affect that anymore because he's only deals 1 damage now with the 2021 Heroclix rules update. So, in my opinion, this guy's just good to go. He's a nice dice manipulator. He's cheap. He's got 2 really good keywords. Plus, he's got Pulse Wave on dial, which is nice to get by like that 1 click that's really holding you up on a figure. So, for sure, I felt like he had to be on this list. Trader is number 050 from the Avengers, Black Panther, and the Illuminati Heroclix set. He has the Elders of the Universe and Cosmic keywords. He has 2 traits and a special on his attack. His first trait is Bearer of an Infinity Gem. Trader can start the game with any 1 Infinity Gem equipped. That's just good. Starting with 1.5 points is good. His other trait is I sense a greater challenge. At the beginning of the game, if an opponent's force includes an additional game element, heal Trader 1 click past his starting line to click number 0. Current additional game elements are ID cards, equipment, special terrain, and location. So you get an extra click of life if your opponent's using a special object or something like that. And then the special on his attack is Let's Make a Trade. Free. Choose an equipped character, friendly or opposing, within 3 squares in line of fire. If Trader is equipped and both equipments have equip any, those characters are now equipped to the other character. So this is really cool. The ability to take away an opponent's equipment for something that you have is just really, really good. Or if it's something that you want to do with yourself, like the thing with him and Kobik, where they can trade the Cosmic Cube back and forth, is a cool trick too. But I do think going forward in the future, with the emphasis on special objects, I really do think that Trader's only going to become more and more important to have in your collection and possibly even on your team. As we can see, he's 45 points, has the Power Cosmic team ability, 6 range, single target. If you're starting off on that click 0, he's got an 8 movement with sidestep, 10 attack with that special, 17 defense, invulnerability, 2 damage with perplex. Overall, for 45 points, a nice little support character that can also really give your opponent headaches if they're super dependent on a piece of equipment. Gardner is number 049 from the Black Panther and the Illuminati's Heroclix set. He has the Elders of the Universe and Cosmic keywords. He has 3 traits and a special on his attack. His first trait is Bearer of the Time Gem. Gardner starts the game with the Time Gem equipped. So that's pretty good. That's probability control. So for 5 points for prob, that's nice. And then his other trait is I sense a greater challenge. At the beginning of the game, if an opponent's force includes an additional game element, heal Gardner 1 click past his starting line to click number 0. Current additional game elements are ID cards, equipment, special terrain, and locations. So this is good. That's generally speaking, you're going to get that extra click in most games. And then his third trait is Watch My Garden Grow. At the beginning of your turn, you may generate a hindering terrain marker in a square within range. So that doesn't sound like very much, especially in today's age where hindering terrain doesn't hinder movement. But you'll see why that's kind of neat here in a minute. And then the special on his attack is My plants have a calming effect, or the opposite if I desire. Smoke cloud free, make a close attack targeting an opposing character, occupying a hindering marker generated by Gardner regardless of adjacency. If you hit, choose that a hit character either can use or can't use Battle Fury until your next turn. All right, so we've got some cool stuff here. So basically, Smoke Cloud with a free attack, or you can attack from that hindering terrain marker that he made. And then he also has this ability to give out Battle Fury on top of the effects. So Battle Fury is a pretty important power because if your opponent only has 1 or 2 clicks, Heroclix out on the board, 1 or 2 characters, I mean, if it's a range heavy guy and you chop off his ability to use range with the Battle Fury, that can really swing a game in your favor. And then, like I said, on top of that, you're able to attack out of adjacency for close attacks with this hindering terrain generation and stuff like that. This guy's just, he's good overall. He's only 45 points, power cosmic team ability, 6 range, single target. And if you're starting off on click 0, like you will most games, 7 movement with sidestep, 11 attack with that special, 18 defense, invulnerability, 3 damage. For 45 points, what more do you want? This guy's a really good secondary attacker, and I do think you will continue to see him used. Raven is number 040 from the DC Rebirth Heroclix set. She has the Teen Titans Monster Mystical keywords. She has 1 trait, a special on her movement, and a special on her damage. Her trait is Titans Reborn. When Raven is given a move action after resolution, she can use the Titans team ability at no cost. That's just neat. Okay. Her other special is on her movement is Traveling Through My Soul Self. Phasing teleport stealth passenger 3, but only to carry characters that she shares a keyword with her regardless of flight. So this is really cool. It's a nice taxi, especially for monsters and mysticals. And she's got that passenger 3 with phasing teleport, so not very likely to get locked down. A nice little taxi. And then the special on her damage is Imparting My Soul Self to Others, Perplex, Probability Control, Support. 3 of the better support powers in the game. She's got 2 different point lines, 65 points and 50 points, Mystics and Titans team abilities. She's got a 5 range single target at 65 points. She's got an 11 movement with that special, 11 attack, 17 defense with super senses, 1 damage. Then at 50 points, she's got a 10 movement with that special, 11 attack, psychic blast, 17 defense with energy shield deflection, and 1 damage with that special. Honestly, both point lines are pretty good. I like the 50 point line a little bit better, and in with the 2021 rules, she doesn't take pushing damage like she used to. So this is for sure one of my favorite figures in Modern Age. She's just got the keywords I like. She's got a bunch of support powers. So I felt definitely had to be on this list. Steve Rogers is number 038 from the Captain America and the Avengers Heroclix set. He has the Avengers, Howling Commandos, Invader, Shield, and Soldier keywords. He has 3 traits. His first one is Assembled Avengers. Once per turn, when Steve Rogers hits after resolutions, you may roll a d6, 5 or 6. If your force has 3+ friendly characters with the Avengers keywords, remove an action token from Steve Rogers or give an action token to a hit target. If your force has 6+, do both. So that's just really cool. Avengers is a really prominent theme, so it's easy to get at least a 3+ team. 6+ is pretty doable too. His other trait is Living Legend. The first time each game Steve Rogers would be KO'd, instead turn him to his last non-KO click, then roll a d6 and heal him equal to half the result. Protected Pulse Wave. So he's got a few more clicks than his dial shows. And then his final trait is We'll take all the help we can get if you're worthy. Leadership. During force construction, you may choose a standard character of 50 points or less. That character loses its printed keywords for the entire game and gains either the Avengers or shield keyword. Choose one. Both of those are super prominent keywords, and the ability to bring somebody into either of those keywords that's 50 points or less is just phenomenal. I can think of a bunch of figures that have really benefited from this in the past, and I think you're going to see more figures benefit from it in the future. He's only 50 points, has the Shield and Avengers team abilities, so more stat modification there. 4 range, single target, and then he has a 7 movement with sidestep, 10 attack, 17 defense, combat reflexes, 2 damage with perplex. This guy's just a workhorse overall. He really is a nice support character. 2 damage doesn't really do a lot, but he's a decent third tier attacker. But again, you have him on here to bring some non-Avengers and Shield people into the fold for those 2 teams. And this guy just does a really good job of that. So definitely need to be on this list. Mysterio is number 036 from the Spider-Man and Venom Absolute Carnage Heroclix set. He has the Sinister Syndicate, Celebrity, and Scientist keywords. He is also a secret identity character. He has 3 traits. First one is Illusion Generator. Mysterio starts the game with the S002 Illusion Generator equipped at no extra cost. Yet another Sinister 6 is his other trait. It says, another adjacent friendly characters with the Sinister Syndicate keyword can use shape change. That is phenomenal. All these traits that a bunch of figures are starting to have now, where they have traits that give other characters with that keyword a power, are just they're really ranking up there for me because of their high usage, and they tend to be from really, really good keywords. And this one is no different. Celebrity and Scientist are good ones. Sinister Syndicate's a good one too. So just handing out shape change, regardless of range or line of fire, to me, almost by itself, made it so that he had to be on this list. His final trait is what horrors do you see in the smoke? Smoke cloud. Once per turn, Mysterio can use either Incapacitate or Mind Control as free, but only to make a close attack and only to target characters occupying his smoke markers, regardless of adjacency. So as we can see there, he's got traded Smoke Cloud, and then after he does it, he can use Mind Control or Incap as free. That's just really good, and since it's free, it really encourages you to use that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what this Illusion Generator does. It's a heavy object worth 10 points, but like I said, he gets it for free. Effect Shape Change. When this character uses it and succeeds after resolutions, generate an Illusion Bystander. So what's an Illusion Bystander? We're not going to put it up here on the thing, but it's a Mysterio-looking guy, 8 movement with nothing on it, 10 attack with Incapacitate and Autonomous, 16 defense, 0 damage with Shape Change. So you're able to get a incapper out there on the field. They're also standard size, so you're able to block lines of fire and movement and stuff like that. So that's something cool there. Mysterio is 50 points, has the Sinister Syndicate team ability. It starts off with a 5 range dual target, which is something we always like to see on Incap guys. He's got an 8 movement with stealth, 11 attack, Incapacitate, 18 defense with super senses, 2 damage without wit. And then, as you can see there at the end of his dial, that's what it looks like when he comes in from the secret identity mechanic. 6 movement with stealth, 10 attack with Incapacitate, 16 defense mastermind, 2 damage with probability control. Both of those dials are good. Again, he's on here pretty much just for the handing out of shape change to Sinister Syndicate figures. That's just a really good ability here. So I felt like he needed to be on this list. Molecule Man is number 044 from the Future Foundation Heroclix set. He has Battle World, Other, Latveria, Cosmic, and Scientist keywords. He has 1 trait, but boy oh boy, it's a good one. It is Molecular Manipulation. Smoke Cloud is free. Roll a d6 and choose a number of non-debris markers within range up to the result. Replace those markers with any combination of hindering, water, or blocking terrain markers. At the beginning of your next turn, remove all markers placed this way. So that's really a deceptive trait there. You read it at first, and you're like, oh, well, that's neat, but I don't know how good it is. Imagine if your opponent put out barrier, and then you changed it to smoke cloud so that you can shoot through it. Or your opponent put out smoke cloud because they got some kind of special, and then you're able to turn it into barrier so that it's there at the beginning of your next turn, and your opponent can't get to you. Imagine if you smoke cloud and then you're able to barrier in there. The smoke cloud is free, is just really good. And then if you look at his dial, he's got that cosmic energy team ability, which is new power cosmic, 8 range, triple target, which is phenomenal. 2 different point values, 100 points and 30 points. You're never playing him at the 100 points. So let's just go ahead and look at the 30-point one. It's a 7 movement with stealth, 11 attack with incapacitate, 18 defense with barrier, and 1 damage with outwit. So what you're looking to do with this guy is you use the barrier, you use your free smoke cloud, and then you roll for his trait, and you make as many of whatever it is that you want. That gives you potential for 10 markers just by himself to put out every single turn. This guy's great. I've used him in a few games already, and he pulled probably triple his points worth of weight every game I've used him in. So for sure, it needs to be on this list. Amanda Waller is number 040 from the Justice League Unlimited Heroclix set. She has the Justice League, Project Cadmus, Suicide Squad, Future Politician, and Spy keywords. She has a trait and a special on her damage. Her first trait is because the world needs a Batman. During force construction, a friendly character of 125 points or less with the Batman family keyword that character has the future keyword. So we're able to get Batman family on future theme teams. At the beginning of the game, choose a combat value. This game, that chosen character modifies that combat value +1. So we're back to stat modifiers again. The fact that this isn't a perplex means that you're able to put it on damage. And then the special on her damage is I might be old, but I haven't lost my edge. Leadership, outwit, perplex. When Amanda Waller uses leadership, on a result of a 6, instead of the normal effect, she may remove an action token from a friendly character anywhere on the map. So that's just really good there. That's super leadership. She's only 35 points, has a 5 movement with stealth, 8 attack, 16 defense with mastermind, 1 damage with that special. She's on here just because future keyword's actually a pretty strong one, and the ability to bring a Batman family person on there could be really helpful to some people. And then on top of that, you're giving them stat modification, and then she has an outwit, perplex, and leadership, all for 35 points. This lady is phenomenal. I always feel like people overlook her, but she's for sure one of the better rares in modern age. Skrull General is number 040 from the Fantastic Four Heroclix set. He has the Skrull and Soldier keywords and improved movement, ignores hindering, which is going to be a moot point pretty soon. He has he has a trait and a special on his damage. His trait is Invasion Plan from the Skrull Empire. When a friendly character uses shape change and succeeds, the attacker can't choose a new target with the Skrull keyword. I can't tell you how important that is if you're playing a Skrulls theme team with this guy on it. This is the entire reason you're running this guy, and it is a very good reason. His special on his damage is deploying infiltration pods to key locations. Leadership, friendly characters with the Skrulls keyword have the Underworld team ability. So pretty cool there. The leadership's nice, obviously, and the Underworld team ability is cool for getting around the board. 30 points has the Skrull team ability, so shape change on a 6. And then he's got a 9 movement with stealth, 10 attack, 17 defense with willpower, and 3 damage. Again, the entire reason you're running this guy is for that trait, so that if somebody succeeds with the Skrull team ability, none of your Skrulls can be targeted that turn from that character, though. So it's really cool to be able to shut down a character just by having one good shape change roll. So that is why he's on this list. Super crucial. If you're running Skrulls, you're running at least one of these guys. So I felt like he had to be on this list. Silver Surfer is number 047A in the Fantastic Four Heroclix set. He has the Annihilators, Codex, Defenders, Fantastic Four, Cosmic, and Herald keywords. He has 1 trait, a special on his movement, and a special on his attack. His trait is Dawn Greenwood, Ordinary Girl from Earth. At the beginning of the game, generate a Dawn Greenwood bystander. What does she do? She does a couple neat things. Her stats aren't important. They don't do anything to help you. But that special on her attack is I might have gotten in over my head. Power, if Dawn Greenwood is within 4 squares of an opposing character, place Silver Surfer adjacent from anywhere on the map. That's a good little thing to keep in your back pocket so that you can get Surfer around the board in ways that your opponent's not expecting. Her trait is when Dawn Greenwood is KO'd by an opponent's attack, modify Silver Surfer's combat values +1 for the rest of the game. She's only got a 15 defense, so if she gets in trouble, very likely to get those +1 stats. And then her special on her damage is, I don't know how to feel about you, Norn. Enhancement, perplex, but only target characters named Silver Surfer. So she's given 2 different buffs to Surfer, which are just phenomenal. Silver Surfer also has this special on his movement, which is anywhere and everywhere. Hypersonic speed. When Silver Surfer uses it after resolutions, you may choose a character he hit or moved through. The chosen character gains a mobile until your next turn. That's really important for locking certain figures down on certain maps. That can be big. And hypersonic speed's always good. Special on his attack is I only attack to defend. Free, choose a standard attack power an opposing character within 8 squares can use. Silver Surfer can use power until next turn. Pick a power is always good. He's got 2 different point lines, 150 points and 75 points, and has the Power Cosmic Team ability. 8 range, single target is a pretty lengthy range in today's game. At 150 points, he's got a 12 movement with that special and the flight ability, 12 attack with that special, 18 defense, invincibility, and 4 damage with probability control. Then at 75 points, he has an 11 movement with that special, 11 attack with the special, 17 defense, invulnerability, and 3 damage with shape change. Honestly, both point lines are good. People have been running him at the 75 point more and then really utilizing that Dawn Greenwood. I think there's a lot of sense to that one. But for sure, one of the best modern age rares in my opinion. Alright guys, that is my breakdown of the 10 best modern age rare Heroclix figures, at least in my opinion. So you guys let me know in the comments below, do you agree with the 10 I picked? Do you think somebody should have been left off? Do you think somebody should have been added? I always enjoy reading that stuff. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos, and also it lets YouTube know, hey, I like this video, other people might as well. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. As always, please remember this, only critical miss if you don't have probability control.